Wow, that was a mind-blowing experience. At long last, the Wheel of Time has competition for the single worst adaptation of anything ever. This show is like every one of the worst points you can think of modern day entertainment, all rolled up into one disgusting, fetid ball of awful that somehow grows larger and larger and larger as it rolls after you for a full 50 minutes. There are no less than 3 separate girl bosses in this show taking the turns, tearing open Hal Jordan's mouth to shit down his neck, one after the other. There's a scene where a judge is, oh my god, Hal Jordan, a Green Lantern, everyone knows he's a Green Lantern, shows up and goes like, listen, I gotta investigate this, I think there are aliens about, and the judge of some small town in the backwaterous city in America, town, village, is like, oh, you Mr. Hal Jordan, you Green Lanterns don't have any authority here. This guy, every character just takes the shit out of Hal, every single one of them, to the point of absolute parody. There's not a normal human being in this entire fucking episode. There's not a human in this who doesn't act like a raging asshole the very moment given even a quarter inch of a chance. Every conversation is somehow tilted with disgust. It was particularly weird because at the beginning they show Hal as some kind of superhero, you know, like he fucking is, and how the Earth is like, well, he's a Green Lantern, he's the protector of humanity, that's awesome. Oh boy, and oh, the opening scene. So amongst other things, they bastardize the Green Lantern's recruitment phrase, right? You know, you have the ability to overcome great fear. And he's like, oh, the ring asked me if I was afraid of anything, and I said no. And I shit you not, he has a speech on television, like way before the events of the actual TV show, where he's being interviewed as a hero. Well, what did the ring ask you? Well, have no fear, is what he asked me. And well, you'd see, I'd lost my parent, my father, and after that, no greater loss could possibly match up. That was my greatest fear, so I had no further fears. And as if to demonstrate the ridiculousness of that, the show then grabs the little boy, Origin John, drags him out of the house with his father, who then points a gun at him and shoots an apple off his head. Holy shit! Listen, if you're a white man, your greatest fear is losing your father. If you're a black child, your greatest fear is your father, apparently. Oh, and of course, the villains of the show, by the way, are racists. Evil white men. Yes, there is a compound of evil white men who are obviously supposed to be MAGA-esque dudes who are running a little militia out in Nebraska or something, where they're learning to shoot with AR-15s, because they're worried about an alien invasion. Yes. Well, I'm sure rifles will prevent that. Yeah, they'll protect you. Why not? And they're the most obvious villains I've ever seen. They are pristine white guys in cowboy hats that ooze evil from the modern day perspective. All of it. There's even a little scene where he's talking to Hal Jordan like, well, you know, the galaxy seems to be a dangerous place. We wouldn't like any foreigners to come in here, any aliens to take over our planet. And Hal sits there going, well, you know, I've seen a lot of the galaxy and it's pretty damn peaceful. How many evil Green Lantern Corps are there at this point? Just 6? What? Red Lanterns, Yellow Lanterns, Purple Lanterns? Oh, Blue Lanterns are actually the good guys. The fucking Black Lanterns? You are a Green Lantern. How... At the beginning of the show, he's like, well, you know, I was off Earth for a while because I was stopping a massive civil war on a planet. Fuck. This is the worst damn show. I'm not even kidding. This is the worst show I think I've ever seen. just from beginning to end, and the Green Lantern ring is treated with absolute abject disgust throughout all of it. Listen, I'm not even a big fan of the Green Lanterns. Okay, I've always thought them to be a little I've never been a huge fan of any of them, but this entire show is nothing more than the girl bosses dragging their sweaty ball sacks across the Green Lantern rings. We don't even see it used properly. It is used to counterfeit money so that Hal Jordan can get himself into a bar fight and arrested. And it is used to light a woman's cigarette. That is the sum total of the ring in this entire first episode of the Green Lanterns. Oh my heavens. Abject hatred, actual abject hatred for the character, for everything that has to do with them in total. And finally, of course, what do? They kill Hal Jordan at the end of the first episode. Oh boy, I mean, obviously, of course, they needed to take his white ass and shuffle him off the stage ASAP to get the black man in play. Duh, I guess. But and it's a mystery box, of course, because it's a terrible TV show, so obviously it's a mystery box. But the mystery is, hey, who managed to shoot Hal Jordan in the head? Oh, I don't know. Could it be the obviously evil space racists that you showed us a moment ago? Could it be them? Who knows? It is indeed a mystery. Even the aliens. So Hal Jordan is obviously correct, because, well, there's aliens here, and the small town sheriff has the sheer brass balls to be like, listen here, Mr. Green Lantern, you don't know anything. I, the sheriff, in command of a police department with a grand total of 6 employees, is vastly more experienced in these matters than you, Mr. Green Lantern. So no, you don't get to interview the suspect. No, you don't get to apprehend him. No, you don't get to take part in the investigation. And I am going to loudly lambast you every single step of the way, when of course it's fucking aliens. Not that you actually get to see any aliens, mind you. This dude pops up and goes like, well, I don't know what Hogwarts is. I don't know what Harry Potter is. Oh, but I do have an explosive skeleton that will wipe out this entire town. Which actually, no, I stand corrected. That is actually one use of the Green Lantern ring as well, to create a ball. Wowzers. Fantastic. And of course, the suit, he points out, well, the suit is just too stiff and formal. I prefer to walk around in my dirty clothes all the time. Active disgust for the Green Lanterns, for the superhero genre, for the characters. What makes this truly special isn't just one individual thing. It's not one outrageous thing. It's the layering upon layer upon layer upon layer. This took real disgust, actual genuine hatred of the property to create. You can't just make this by accident. This isn't apathy. This isn't somebody who's like, God, I really don't want to write a superhero show. I just want to write true crime. No, this is actual hatred. This is genuine effort in order to deconstruct and destroy. Hell, we've gone past deconstructing. Whoop, that was 5 miles down the road. Deconstructing. We have now arrived at, look at this stupid stuff, as I humiliate it some more. This has got to be the peak. This has got to be the final piece of evidence required to simply just declare that James Gunn's entire point and purpose, his entire motivation for joining DC was to actively throttle what little life was left in it. There cannot be any other explanation for this show existing, or making it past the initial draft stage of the script. This is obvious sabotage to the point where clearly he got away with too much sabotage to begin with, and so now they're really trying to make it obvious. They're wondering, why aren't we getting fired? We'd really like our golden parachutes. Gosh, Okay, well, we tried to destroy everything else. What about the Green Lanterns? Nobody really likes them, so maybe if we just really pour on the abject hatred, someone will finally look up and go, wow, you're a fifth columnist within the studio. They've been in DC for the last 20 years now. DC has a long and proud history of actually actively disliking its properties, but nothing comes close to this. And that matters, okay? No previous era, no previous offense committed by DC from Batman Beyond all the way up till today can even begin to match what they are doing with lanterns right now. It could only conceivably get worse from this point out, which is a remarkable thing to say. As now, we're going to have a little flashback seeing Hal Jordan alive, continuing to getting shat on as we slowly but surely piece together that he was shot by the evil space racists, who have no reason to be afraid of the aliens, says Hal Jordan, even as his entire motivation for existing in the plot is to be suspicious of aliens and worry that they're going to try and wipe out the town. Oh boy. So yeah, that's Lanterns. That's the very first episode of what I do believe will go down in history as one of the worst shows ever produced, as one of the most hateful shows ever produced. This will be mentioned in the same breath as A Wheel of Time, and may even actually be worse. At least The Wheel of Time had a couple of good episodes, or mediocre at least, until it went full liquid feces cannon. Until next time, I've been Arch. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon. Should we survive this ordeal. Have a good day.